Hello everybody, my name is Lisa Brown and my page is Brown Eyed Girls Crafting, and I'm going to do a printable for day 12 for Magnolia's 12 Days of Christmas. Let me show you some printables that I got. You can download these. I print these out with my inkjet printer. They work fine. Lots of times I will throw a good coat of hairspray over them and then I'll let them dry, and then I might iron them on like a paper towel, and I've never had any one of them run. That's a cute little, what is this, in Silent Night? With two little cute little girls. And then you've got this cute little snowman right here, and then this one is just absolutely adorable. I love that one. And then you got a sleigh ride. And look at this sleigh ride right here. Isn't that cute? Now I just buy rice paper from Amazon, and this is the one I'm going to use today on a book. Now, you can go grab books from Dollar Tree, $1.25 for a good sized book. I happened to find one, and it's a book here. And we're going to go ahead and paint it on the outside just to give it some color. I kind of want to pick up some of the red that's in this, and I'm going to do the red metallic. And then I've also mixed up some grunge, just a little bit of grunge. I probably need to add a little bit more water to it because we're also going to put in some glue, just some good old school glue. And I just take some cinnamon and some coffee from Dollar Tree. We're just going to stir that up. Now you have to really look at Dollar Tree now, because now they're putting the Dollar Tree cinnamon sugar, and you don't want to get that. You want to get the plain old cinnamon if you can find it, or you can just get it at Walmart, and it's pretty cheap at Walmart too. Let me grab a brush here I'm going to use. I'm just going to put in some good old school glue in here, and I am going to turn you down here in just a minute. Let me get some school glue. I want to just kind of make my glue tinted. That's why I've got the coffee and everything in there. It's going to take quite a bit of glue to do our pages. And let me get up here and turn you down so you can see what I'm doing. I'm having to use my iPad because I don't have my phone in yet. So I'm just going to take this with my brush. This is just an old brush. I'm going to start stirring this up. I may need to get me a little bigger cup. I'm just going to put it in one of my resin cups. I can afford to waste one of those because I want some more glue, because you're going to need it pretty sticky. Put that out of the way there, because we want to hold all of our pages together. Magnolia has some perfect papers already side by side that you could use separately, or you could use them for a book. Now we're getting it. And you just want to kind of have it a little thick but not runny, because I don't want my pages to be wet. I want them to be glued together. And you want to find the center of your book as well. Look at that. That's some goodness. We're going to have grunge and metallics today. I like to grunge up my pages to make them look old. And then I have some plaster paint ruby slipper metallic that's gorgeous. We're going to use that. You want to kind of find the center of your book. So I always kind of look in my books here. There's 400 pages, so I want to go to page 200 to get me my center right here. This part doesn't matter what page it is. We're going to come through here, and we're going to start gluing our pages together. And I may have to get more, and you kind of want to fan them a good little bit here to get all that glue in there and all that coffee color. There we go. Oops, I got a little hair right there. And let them kind of go back. And then we'll split it back up again, because you really want to get that in there. I think I need probably a little bit more glue in that, because it'll be kind of hard as a rock on the sides here. These make such cute things you can set on your mantle. You can put these up on a little shelf, on a table, end table, coffee table. This isn't as dark as I usually make it, but it's going to match that paper really good. I'm going to hold this up because I don't want to lose any that I've got on the bottom there. So let's just kind of do this. Get that glue in there. Get quite a bit of that in there. Now let's go ahead and bring it back. Roughly 200, right about there. You can see that's already starting to get really sticky. Now we're going to dry this and then kind of speed it up a little bit. And this really smells good. I like the smell of coffee, but I don't like the taste of coffee. I know on day 12 they are having buy 2 printables and get 1 free, and that's really a good deal. They will send you an email that you can download your printables. And like I said, I do mine on an inkjet. They've had a lot of good deals this week. But I like doing these old books. I'm going to go ahead and thicken my concoction here with a little more glue, because I plan on doing some of these for Christmas gifts. My girls like the one that I did last year, and I think I'm going to do one for the granddaughters. Now I've got a little bit thicker glue and it's a little bit darker. We're going to go ahead and come over here, kind of get that gooey stuff right there. Make it a little bit darker. Now I'm gonna go ahead and come up a little bit on my paper. We are going to paint a lot of this red color. I'm gonna go ahead and put just a little bit of glue on it. And let's just go ahead and use this metallic red paint to go on my book cover and just inside the edges here. And we're just going to use a brush here, not a very big brush, and my hands are itching. I'm just going to cover right around the edges here, because we're going to hot glue the cover here together so that way it doesn't come open. Let me get on my paper here. You can see I'm just going around my edges with this metallic, pretty ruby slipper. It's just a gorgeous color. Very Christmassy color. Okay, let's go ahead and dry inside here. Yeah, I need to get a glue stick. Oh, my hands are itching. Okay. And that way when we put that down, we won't see this pinky color, we'll see this red. Now one thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go right here on your edge right here where the binding is, and you want to paint that red on that binding on both sides. You might get a little bit on your paper, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. Now let's come over here on this side and let's paint. And there, that one is going to be done. So we're not going to glue this together until we get the cover all done. It'll probably take a couple coats right here. And I'm probably going to put some lace down here to cover up the indentation. of this book cover. Okay, let's go ahead. It's kind of dry right here. Let's put another coat on. Let's dry this real quick. It dries really, really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, let's get this side over here. Put another coat in there. There's so many different things you can do with printables. You can put them on a bottle. You can put them on a Magnolia surface. They have plenty of surfaces that would be gorgeous with these. Okay, let me get a little bit more in there. I think I'll put a couple of rows of some ribbon on the side here, just to kind of cover that up. Get our sides covered up. You need to check out their new transfers too. They have some really cute rub-on transfers. Really cute. And rub-on transfers are so easy to use. They'll send you a little credit card looking tool that you can rub them off. You can make up tags. Lots of different things. Oh goodness. A little bit more up here. This is a pretty red. Because I can see the print in my book of what this book is, I have just a really cute ribbon here. And I think if I put it down here, you're not going to be able to see it. We'll just hot glue it on and kind of make it like a bookmark. Let me trim off my end here. And that pretty much covers it. So that's good. I'm going to take just a little bit of hot glue and put it right here on the bottom. Just a little bit. We'll stick it right in that little tab right there. And then we're just going to put some hot glue all up it. And I'm going to go ahead and let it come down. I'm just going to cut off a good piece of it there. Okay. Let's get our hot glue, and we're just going to put a a little bit of glue right here. A little bit of glue. Right in here, just to keep our book together. And lay that down. That way it doesn't come up. And then you may have to do like a couple of pages through here, just a little bit right through there to keep this down. Because the majority of it is glued together. You might have a page here or there that's a little loose. I kind of overdo it with the glue a little bit sometimes. Let's see, this one's looking good. And then right here it splits a little bit, so we're just going to stick a little bit of glue in there. Hold it down. And you might have to do it a couple times. It's not going to hurt anything. Okay, now we've got our rice paper. I think this is a gorgeous piece of rice paper. And it's not going to fit all the way in here. There's going to be a little bit that's going to be off. I'm going to go ahead and just use my scissors, and I'm just going to trim my rice paper. I don't want to see any of that little white edge. And I just have an inkjet. I have one of the Econo tanks, only because those things print and print and print, and you only have to put the glue in that, you only have to put the ink in the one that's low. And I use my printer quite a bit for invoicing. I sent pictures with my kits and things, and I don't have to fill it up very often. I did print this on a very high resolution. I think it was on the best, wasn't on the normal print, it was on the best one. You know, I might be able to split this. Do we want that to come in there? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to split this, that way it comes up a little bit better. So I'm going to take water. Let's do water. And a little brush. We're just going to put a little bit of water right through here and tear it. I'm just going to go on that little line that's indicated there, just a little bit of one. Come on. There we go. That's going to lay in good. And that lays in really good. We're going to take our piece right here and we're going to cover everything in here. The page number, the top. Let's go a little bit higher to make it a little bit more even. Gosh, this is some pretty rice paper. Oops. We can see. We can see through that. That's okay. We're going to paint it. This is some new rice paper, so it's a little thinner than what I'm used to. So let's go ahead and dry it. And this is a little darker print than normal. Okay, let's get a brush here. I'm just going to barely tap on this. Cover up any print that we've got. I love doing rice paper printables. There's just so much you can do with them. And I know they came out with some really cute farmhouse ones that I really like. I know there's a really cute pig and a, say there's a goat. I've done the chicken. That rooster is gorgeous. I love that chicken, or the rooster they had. Oops, get my paper here. Let's come down. Just trying to make sure I stay in these lines here so I don't have to grunge it anymore. We're just going to paint this really good. And it is going to be kind of wrinkled looking, and it's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to make it look a little more old. A little more old. Okay, make sure I get a good coat here. Let's close that up. Let me just put my brush there and close up my red for right now. Okay. Let's put a little bit of Mod Podge. I got a little bit of paint out there. We're going to put this on it and just do it with this right here. It's going to be cute. Okay. Now we don't have to put this all the way down the crease, but somewhat down on the crease. And if you don't like the placements, you still have a little bit of time to move it around. Let me get a, make sure I don't have any paint on my hands. Now I will put some spray sealer on the top of this. And I don't have any wrinkles. And then let's do this side over here. These papers right here look just so cute together. And I think that other one they have there too would be a really cute one. Really cute one. This is more of a work and not get to talk very much. Kind of want to get them a little even. Little blonde-haired girls. Even though my girls are dark-headed, I like seeing the little blondes. Because two of my grandsons are blonde-headed. Okay, now this is a little wide, so I'm going to kind of bring it down like that. Let's hold this up a little bit. I don't think I like that too much, so let's just cut it. It's a little bit too wide for what I want. So let's just go ahead and cut it just a little bit right there. And let's put a little bit of hot glue. Come on. A little bit of hot glue. And let's just fold that in. There, that looks better. Let's dry our glue real quick, and then we're going to add some flowers to it, some greenery, just some different things to it. We can go ahead and put this little bookmark here in it. Now you could take a piece of foam, like the really hard foam, and make you a small little square. But I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm going to go ahead and put some down inside of it. Let me take the little tag. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They're just so cute. Let's see how far down I need to put it. Let's take those leaves off. We'll stick it right down here in the spine. And what you can do is you could glue it down. You could bend that wire down just a little bit at the base of it. Let's get another piece here. Let me get another little piece. And let's take off that right there. Let's stick this down in the spine. I'll kind of bend it at that spine right there. Now this side doesn't have nearly as much on it, and that's okay. But I'm going to take and turn this just a little bit. And I'm going to put just a little dab of glue right there. Because I kind of want it to sit down on top of the book. Just a little dab. I'm just kind of hold it there for just a minute. And just let those kind of go free. Let's see if we can get that to hold. Nope, not going to hold. That's okay. Let's just keep bending it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's just bend this piece. There we go. Just kind of bend them up. And bend them over. Raise that one up. And just bend it really good. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got just a little bit of greenery up here. And then you can add as much greenery up here as you want. I have some of these little green leaves. I am just going to hot glue these on. And kind of bring some of them up. And then we have this little piece here. We can come, whoops. We can just take these leaves in half. We'll stick it right down here. Let it kind of curl up a little bit. And I think I could probably put a little bit of glue right there to tack that leaf down. And we'll just stick that one, we'll say right there on top of that book. And then I have some fabric, just some fabric ribbon here, and it's kind of a muslin. We're just going to take a little piece of it. We're just going to make a little shoestring bow. Kind of a thick shoestring bow. And let's bring our loops down just a little bit. We don't need a great big old bow. Let's see, where do we want to put it? We want to put it over here. No, let's put it over here. Because even if that hangs down, it's not going to get our picture there. Let's just cut our edges. Let's put a little bit of glue on the back of it. And that is a cute little way to do a piece of rice paper, or a printable that you print out on rice paper. And so there it is. I think I still need to have a little bit of something up here. It just needs something. I just don't. Maybe we'll just come out with one little sprig. And I probably want to go down a little bit further, so I'm going to take these berries off. I use these berries on lots of different things. Let's just stick that down in there. And that looks a little better. Let's just take one of these little pieces of berries. One little piece of berry. And let's pop up here on the top just to bring it up a little bit. And hold that up. Isn't that cute? That may be a little bit too tall. Let's make it a little smaller. These little things right here bend really easy. They're really thin wires, but they've got a lot of stuff around them. There we go. That looks a little bit better, kind of down there a little bit more. Now let's just take a leaf. Let's just take a leaf. Just kind of glue all around it. And we're just going to set it right there. And there we go. Didn't that turn out just really, really cute? This is a little taller than what I want. Maybe we'll flip it in there just a little bit. I just needed something up here on the top, just to stick out a little bit. Normally I put a big thing in here and let it all branch out. Maybe that's what I'm thinking I need to do. But I don't have any styrofoam. Anyway, guys, there is my cute little project with some printable paper from Magnolia Design Company. Like I said, there's so many you could do. You could actually even put these on canvas. They have several different frames you can put them in. I think this turned out just really, really cute. It looks really vintagey looking. And you could do so many things. And these are a complete set right here, an 8x10 sheet that I just split up the middle. And we could have put on that little ribbon down the front, but I didn't do that. I may go ahead and do that. May look a little cleaner if we just kind of tack it here at the top. Let's just cut our piece even. We'll just put a little glue here at the top. Right there. And we'll just bring that down. And then we'll just trim it off. And let's put a little tiny tack right down here. Right there. Oh, that looks so cute. You could put this on either side. And there we go. Just something really, really simple and cute from an old book you may have laying around. An old book. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And make sure you stay and watch all of the videos. They're going to have several more on today.